Fantastic showing by everyone. We got 2 bouts left. Vincent, I think it's Cesare. We'll see how that's pronounced. Out of Gleason's coming up.
Now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 165 pounds, fighting out of Gleason's boxing gym and trained by Alain Alicon, Vincent Cesare.
So yeah, so Vincent Cesare, I mean, that's the way I pronounce it. An interesting spelling of the name. Out of Gleason's. Generic rock and roll, Matt. What are we thinking for the walkout songs?
This AC/DC again?
Yeah.
I can tell because it has an Australian guy going like this.
It could have been Midnight Oil. I think they're Australian.
Who is it?
Midnight Oil?
Yeah, they're Australian.
Men at Work?
Yes.
Jinx. Shout out to Colin Hay. Whatever that song was.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 172 pounds, fighting out of Bout Fight Club and trained by Colin Morgan, Ryan Polun.
Ryan Polun, 5'11", 172 pounds, 32 years old. Vincent Cesare, 6'1", 165, sizable weight advantage by Ryan Polun, the shorter boxer, but that's a pretty big discrepancy in weight. I wonder if it's going to pay off. 172 to 165 for the weight difference here, Matt.
Interesting. I kind of want to see how the guys look in the ring, size-wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the start of our 11th bout,
Kid's
the USA
got
box...
pretty big arms. In terms of the shoe game, Vincent Cesare winning emphatically.
Back, everything up here is good, everything down there is no good. When I say break, you must step away and stop punching. When I say stop, you step away and listen to my directions. You ready? Yep. You ready? Touch gloves.
By the eyeball test, they don't look like there's a huge difference in size or weight.
Who's in the blue corner there? Ryan Polun. He looks comfortable. A little bit of a feeling out. I think what we might be seeing from Polun is trying to figure out what exactly to expect from Cesare in terms of power.
Cesare just sitting back, pumping his jab and lining up his two.
I'm fine with that.
He's controlling the middle of the ring. I don't know if Ryan Polun's looking to land that one clean shot. That one right there.
That's the one.
Yeah, he's got a great right hand, huh?
Yes, but he walked into a right of his own. I think Polun appears to be the stronger of the two men. Now, that's all well and good if he can, capitalize on it. It looks like Cesare is intercepting those straight right hand by Cesare. Intercepting some straight blows, I believe Cesare is not as big a puncher, but he might be a little bit more controlled and a little bit more economic in his approach.
Patient, he's using his reins, pawing with that jab. And again, Polun definitely looking for that huge right hand. It might be enough, but it might not be.
I think if Polun doesn't
Good
find
right
it, which he's
hand by
not
Cesare
right now,
again.
I think he might gas out. That takes a tremendous amount of energy to bite down and throw that
Good
out.
1-2
Yep.
by Vincent Cesare.
If you were in a class, a fitness gym with these guys, and they were on opposite ends of you on a heavy bag, right? Pollen's bag would sound like grenades exploding, and Cesare wouldn't be impressed at all. With that being said, Caesar's doing exactly what he should be doing, right? He's not muscling anything. He's completely economic.
Good right hand again by Cesare.
And Polun is loading up on that right hand. And what is he landing on? He's landing on Caesar's left arm.
Caesar's baiting that right hand to the body. Good jab.
I do think Polun is the stronger of the two men.
Much stronger.
I did see Caesar shake out his right arm for a moment. It could be nothing, but just something to be mindful of and keep an eye on.
If you watch fight sports enough, you watch boxing, you watch MMA, you hear about fight IQ or ring IQ an awful lot. Personally, what we're seeing here is I think Vincent Cesare has fewer natural tools than Ryan Polun, and he's capitalizing them on a much higher degree. He's been very patient. He's been economic. He's pumping his jab. He's taking center. He's being busy. He's landing crisp, clean 1s and 2s. Not tremendously hard punches. Ryan Polun knows he's the bigger puncher, knows that he has some serious power, but he's looking for that home run shot. He's lining up a grand slam instead of trying to box a little bit and set up his offense.
I do like what I'm seeing from both coaches. By the way, where was that whistle earlier in the night? That poor official from the previous bouts didn't hear that. I think people in Massachusetts heard that one. I did like what I saw from both corners, knowing their boxer, all right? I definitely saw Caesar's corner kind of composed and kind of saying, all right, kid, relax, do this, do that, right? Nothing crazy. I saw Pollen's corner, right, hype him up, and I saw Pollen give like a thunderclap, you know? And that's exactly what each guy needs to do.
Polun definitely coming up more aggressive this round. But
you know what? I thought it came up pretty hard the first round, too. And I think he had some early success.
Good jab by Vincent.
I think it's a combination of falling in love with power and just a hint of frustration as well, right? Being the bigger, stronger guy, on paper, you think I should be able to slam this guy out of here.
Good right hand by Vincent Cesare.
Cesar, though, peacocked quite a bit. He landed a right hand, put both hands by his waist, and kind of clowned him a little bit. I don't want any of that. That's just setting yourself up to get caught by a tremendous puncher. With that being said, right, he might be playing into the psychological aspect. I mentioned earlier I thought Polun might be a hair frustrated, and when you kind of stick out your tongue and goad them, all that would do is, amplify that.
Cesar landed right behind the ear.
I like what I'm seeing from Cesar, and again, on paper, that right hand doesn't look like a dynamite punch, but he's pumping his jab. He's masking it behind the left every time.
Good
and
right hand
every
again.
time that Polun opens his hips, Cesar simply shows a straight punch down the middle, right there, every time.
Cesar invested pretty early with that straight right hand to the body over and over. There it is again. I don't know if he's trying to goad his offense or defense down so he can land a clean right hand to the head, but those level changes seem to be working.
See, now again, I don't love that stuff generally, but this is exactly the type of fight you want to get into if you're Cesar. You want to frustrate the big, powerful guy and have him expend even more energy with each one of these hulking blows. I think that's, again, super easy to score. 2 rounds for Cesar. I think it's competitive, but I think it's clear. With that being said, I saw 2 other clear bouts go, I'll say a different way, not the wrong way.
Yeah, 2 other clear bouts go the wrong way. 1 official fall down on the outside. 1 referee got run over about 38 times. 2 men spin around before 1 fell down and blew out his shoulder. Lots of wild stuff tonight. Lots of money raised, lots of great fights. A couple of very bizarre and entertaining moments, but isn't that always the case?
But the whole thing's entertaining, right? No matter what you were hoping to get in terms of, an athletic event, you should be satiated tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thoroughly entertained, thrilled with the amount of money that's been raised. Again, we're Haymakers for Hope NYC IX, live from New York City.
Last round. Oh, that right hand could have hurt him. Polun's corner clearly told him that he needs something big, and he's definitely trying to do it. Now, listen, Polun with the big puncher, right? If he simply just
Straightened out his offense.
not only that, right? Straighten it out and more than one punch at a time. Polun's corner goes, look, buddy, you're strong, you're tough. You have the ability to end this fight in the third round. You have to throw straight punches, you have to throw lots of them, and you have to throw them in combinations. Yep.
So
and now the
Vincent
guy,
Cesare now kind of probably looks like an idiot if we're being honest with that showboat. Like, listen, like I love raising money for charity, but like you can't be clowning people and then get caught with right hands like that. Don't look foolish. Don't make a mockery of it. Good right hand by Cesare. Another good right hand by Cesare.
no doubt about it. What we're seeing from Polun here. Oh,
he's hurt.
Great right hand. Great right hand. Cesare is
incredibly
terribly
hurt.
Polun has to step forward
Step
right
forward
now.
and finish this fight. Incredibly
And by the way,
hurt.
what was it? It was a straight right hand. A
Cesare
straight
coming
right
on.
hand. Cesare, I think, has recovered quite a bit. And by the way, Polun doing everything he should be doing in the sense that he has to go for broke. He has to know he's behind. He has to know that he does have that one-punch power. This is it. They have to decide. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left in the bout. Good right hand on the break by Cesare. Great right hand by both gentlemen.
I think Cesare took that fight, but again, like a little disappointment in the lack of sportsmanship.
You know what, though? It comes down to a little bit of
Inexperience?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. This is their fight. This is their one thing, you know. So it should be interesting how they score this one. This bout's going to be closer to score than I gave it credit for initially because of that 8 count, because of Polun's third round.
Yeah.
I do think Cesare did enough, but we've seen stranger things happen tonight.
Yeah, I think Cesare handily won that fight, which means Ryan Polun's going to win by split decision.
Can we just give it up for the film crew tonight, Gauntlet Films?
Phenomenal crew, always does an amazing job.
What they're able to do both in person and at home cannot be discounted, and it really is. It makes for such a different experience that you're used to at amateur boxing shows. Tremendous crew tonight.
Boxing fans, put your hands together for these two brave gentlemen putting it all out on the line for your entertainment. And after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a unanimous decision, declaring your winner out of the blue corner, Ryan Polun.
Holy smokes, they got it wrong again, and guess what? I'm okay with it. And you know what, dude? I have to give Vincent Cesare an incredible amount
Ladies
of
and
credit.
gentlemen, be sure to tag at
immediately
Haymakers
was
for
shocked
Hope
by
on
the
social
decision,
media.
just as Mark
And also